what's up everyone, this is Giorgio and today I want to share with you guys some tips and tricks on how to find your way through certain maps in Path of Exile. I'm sure most veteran players already know their way through Wraeclast, but hopefully this video will be of use to many new players. Also keep in mind that corrupted areas might twist the map layout. To give some order, let's start with Act 1. Let's take a closer look at the lower submerged passage. I'll show you how to orient yourself using the waypoint. So from here, the path leading north will always lead to the flooded depth, while the one leading south will lead you to the upper submerged passage. Finally, the path perpendicular to the wall will lead you back to the mud floods. On the ledge, the waypoint used to point in the direction of the climb, but since GGG reworked their shape, it is no longer so. Thankfully, these 3 little rocks have been added to point the way to Kuduku, the false god. Act 1 for the most part is pretty straightforward, but I always lost a lot of time trying to find the ship graveyard cave for the Old Flame quest, until I realized I could just hug the left wall. So when you enter this map from the Prisoner's Gate, hug the right to get to Fairgraves, hug the left for the cave, or go in between for the waypoint. As for the Cavern of Wrath, the exit is always northeast of the entrance, so just follow that general direction and you'll find it easy. Act 2 is a bit less straightforward, but thankfully GGG added a couple very useful landmarks, so let's start with finding the den from the old fields. 9 times out of 10 it's around the top right corner of the map, but sometimes it's along the road. So it's wiser to follow the road till the end of the zone, and if you haven't seen it yet, start following the upper border. In the riverways, my friend always lost ages trying to find the exit for the route of the problem quest. This is actually one of the easier to find, as if you follow the road you'll just come along these 2 markers where the road kind of breaks out and you just need to follow the path from there. The same trick can be used to find Alira's camp in the western forest, with the only difference that the marker is a torch. In the Southern slums, the sewer entrance is generally pretty much north from the map entrance, and it's also always at ground level. Also, if you hug the right wall, you will eventually end up at the crematorium, and it's also very likely that you'll find Clarissa along the way. And last but not least, it's everyone's favorite map, the Imperial Gardens. From the waypoint, you can tell straight away where the 3 roads lead. The one that ends up into the waypoint will lead you back to the Ebony Barracks. From here, taking the right will lead you to the Scepter of God, while taking the left will lead you to the library. Sadly, there doesn't seem to be a landmark for the Edge Maze. Can't blame GGG for that though, why would anyone spend more than 5 minutes in this map otherwise, right? I know there are many more maps which could use some pathfinding, but if I haven't talked about them, it's because their layout changes too much to make a general rule out of it, and as such it's more about personal experience and intuition. Anyway, this was all. I really hope these tips were useful to some of you, and I'll see you guys the next time.